Well, as the nation prepares to honor those who gave their lives in service to the country, this Memorial Day weekend is also putting a more intense focus on the scandal surrounding health care at VA hospitals. There is growing pressure on Veterans Affairs Secretary Eric Shinseki to step down. And President Obama addressed the issue again this morning. Mark Albert is in our Washington bureau with more. Good morning, Mark.
Good morning. President Obama says in an address this morning that taking care of veterans is a sacred obligation. Many in Congress want to do more to uphold that commitment. When Congress returns from its Memorial Day break, lawmakers will hold a hearing on a new bill that would make it easier to get rid of top VA leaders. The idea already sailed through the House earlier this week. Now a version is being introduced in the Senate by Bernie Sanders, the independent from Vermont, chairman of the Veterans Affairs Committee.
Every top administrator at the VA has got to be held accountable. I do not want to see an enormous amount of paperwork and obstruction go forward before we can get rid of incompetent people.
Over in the House, Veterans Affairs Committee Chairman Jeff Miller of Florida said Friday he will introduce a bill to allow veterans to go to a private doctor if they're kept waiting for a VA appointment more than 30 days. Senator John McCain expressed support for a similar idea at a town hall meeting this month in Phoenix, where the current scandal broke.
I am advocating that we give our veterans a choice. Why not be able to go to the local doctor and get the treatment, or the local hospital, whichever it is?
A new CBS News poll found 45% of Americans disapprove of President Obama's handling of the scandal. Only 29% approve. The president used part of his weekly address Saturday to talk about the scandal, commenting on it publicly for the second time in 3 days.
Most of all, let's keep working to make sure that our country upholds our sacred trust to all who've served. In recent weeks, we've seen again how much more our nation has to do to make sure all our veterans get the care they deserve.
The Senate bill to make it easier to fire or demote high-ranking VA officials is scheduled for a hearing June 5th. Anthony.
Mark Albert in Washington. Thank you, Mark.